You guys, my mojo is back with a vengeance! A vengeance. So let's get into it, shall we? This week, month, whatever, this episode, we are having a local to me brewery, Blueberry Acai Malo Scoop. I'm so excited. This is from Two Toms Brewing Company. I have my Grab Your Drink koozie. I have not had this yet. I don't know if it's amazing. Michelle, is this the one? Oh gosh, Clint's calling me. Doesn't he know I'm recording? Don't you know I'm recording an episode?
No.
Well, I am. I have to let you go.
Let me go, bitch.
Say hi to everyone.
Oh, hi.
Now say bye.
Bye.
Blueberry acai. Yeah. What I was saying is, Michelle, is this the one you like? You'll hear more about Michelle later. She is a local peep who is also a knitter and partakes in an adult beverage on occasion. Okay, we have lots to talk about, so grab your drink and buckle in for this ride. Wow, that does taste mallowy. That does taste marshmallowy. That is really crazy. Okay, you guys, I have hella notes on my clipboard. Knitting is naughty. My name is Chevas, Chevy Rel on the interwebs, Ravelry, Instagram, Ravelry and Instagram, and YouTube. I am the host of the Chevy Rel Stuff podcast. We are in the stuff room, which is full of stuff, hence the name Stuff Room. The reason that I am bringing that up is because for some reason, I have no idea what the hell happened, but for some reason, my last video got hella views, as well as hella thumbs downs, at least a lot more than normal. So you know what? Bye. Because you know, only the cool kids are here, right? Welcome to all the new viewers who have somehow found their way here through the gloriousness that is the YouTube algorithm. The only thing I can think is that the universe thought that it was time in your life for you to join us here in the stuff room. So thank you, welcome. If y'all want to know more about me, I do have an introduction video. I know that some of you mentioned that you will be binging, which I'm always so embarrassed when people do that because I know I repeat myself and I know that I need to turn my ringer off and I know that I say wrong things. And it's just, yeah. I am human and I'm a hot mess express and this is a ride on a crazy train. So enjoy your stay, enjoy the ride, yada yada blah blah. Welcome to the shit show. I hope that you guys all had a wonderful holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that y'all celebrate. We all know that it was one for the record books, right? I literally had, I wonder if I can put a video within a video. Is that something? Probably not, huh? I don't know. If I can, this is the video that we had playing basically the entire Christmas weekend on the television. I also hope that you guys, this is so dumb. I don't even know why I'm saying this. I was just going to say I hope that you guys are having a happy new year, but I'm just going to say that today is Wednesday. No, today is Thursday, January 7th. I mean, talk about the shit show. I've seen this meme right here. It's not really a meme, but this, and how fitting. I cancel my subscription. Anyway, I was gonna say, I hope you guys are all having a happy new year. I do want to thank you all for spending New Year's Eve with me on the live. For those of you who came and hung out, I mean, I think there might have been like 200 people in there-ish at one point. It was just Dan and I in front of our Christmas tree, BSing with all you guys. It was our very first live ever, but it was a lot of fun. I loved chatting back and forth with you guys. I do want to say thank you for all of the podiversary love. January 1st was my 3-year podiversary, and it's been a hell of a ride, I do have to say. I have met the most amazing people in these last 3 years. I have felt so connected with the fiber community. I have learned the coolest things from you guys. I have enjoyed sharing. I have enjoyed hearing your stories as well as reading your comments. It's just been great. And thank you so very much for hanging out with me. Some of my favorite comments are when you guys tell me how I brighten your day on a bad day. And that's because I totally understand that. There are a lot of podcasters who do the same thing for me. Ursula, I believe, was the viewer who said, "You make me smile when my day is shitty," or something along those lines. Like, when my day is shit, you make me smile. And I feel like that needs to be a t-shirt. Surround yourself with people who make you smile when your day is shit, right? We all need that in our lives. And the fact that I can do that for some of you, like, that's why I do this, right? I mean, not only to share in the fiber love, but that's why we do this. I feel like, well, I say we, like I'm speaking for the podcasting community. I could be totally wrong. I do this because I want to be able to share with those of you who, I don't know, might live in the country and not have a bunch of fiber people to hang out with and yada, yada, blah, blah, right? I also love all the people who tell me that their husbands watch or like listen from afar, but don't really admit that they like a knitting podcast, but they'll like pop in and say, "Hey, is this Chevy?" I love that. Hey, hubbies. I'm drinking some local craft beer today. It's blueberry. Might be a little foo-foo for you. It was between this and an IPA, and I decided to go with the blueberry. I'm having my dessert before dinner. I also love hearing all the people who watch that don't even knit. Like, the fact that I am watch-worthy and you're not even knitters, it might be why people stay after this many minutes of me rambling and not even talking anything about fiber. So that being said, why don't we get on to the stuff? The sock tube formula. Here it is, you guys. Now, for those of you who are new viewers, I have this in my fun cork, rainbowy cork bag. I got sock tubes cranked, okay? Here is what's left of this one. Here is where I'm at on this one. This is sort of like a guinea pig one while I was figuring out my pattern. What I was looking for was a plug and play formula that I could knit the cuff, knit the toe, cut in the heel for any size. For some reason, you would think that that would be, or at least I thought, that it would be just out there, right? And maybe it is somewhere, but I did not find it. A bunch of you told me to look at books. I didn't look at the books because I don't have them. I apologize. And I knew what I wanted in my head. I didn't want all the fluff or the pomp and circumstance that comes with some patterns. I wanted to make it as plug and play as possible. So Dan helped me, Mr. Engineering Math Guy. So the first page is words. You don't even necessarily have to read the words. However, it does explain what I'm doing. The second page is the conversion chart for the sizes. So say you're knitting for your dad. Here's the dudes over here, and your dad had a 13 shoe. There you go, 11.6 inches or 46 centimeters. Then the next page is the worksheet formula thingy. This one I've actually plugged numbers into. The whole idea is that you can print out this worksheet and say who you're making for, what size foot they have, blah, 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 plug in all your numbers. So you can do the foot size, how long it takes you to knit your tote, not how long time-wise. How long is the toe that you knit gauge-wise? You know, there's a bunch of different toes you can do. Well, here, for those of you who are familiar with Lara's sock architecture, I know that this is a very popular book, but you know, I always talk about Simply Socks. Lara used to be in our knitting group, yo. And I knit one of these. Actually, I think I might have knit 2 of these socks in here, and I don't even remember which ones I've knit. Isn't that terrible? I want to say it's the Dyad. I think it might be this one, but I don't really remember. I knit 1 or 2 of these in here. Anyway, she does, and I'll put it back here, all these different types of socks, right? So, for instance, she has a wedge toe. You can do a short wedge, a medium wedge, a long wedge. All toes fit different on different people. Maybe your mom likes a short wedge toe, but you like a long wedge toe. You would plug in however many inches or centimeters, depending on where you're at, in here, as well as your heel, how long your afterthought heel is, and how long you'd like your leg. I typically do 7 inches for chicks and 8 inches for dudes, unless I want shorty socks. You just plug those numbers in, and then you plug them in the rest of the spots, and it makes it real easy, which was the whole point of this. And I don't know why this wasn't done already. And maybe it is. If it was done, I was not able to find it. Then on the last page, I have diagrams, because 65%, which I think I said that in here, right? 65% of the population are considered visual learners. This is, I was going to say more better. I'm not even kidding you. Most smartest. Get that on camera. Most smartest. I've said that on this podcast already. I won't put it in, but that's a quote from Drop Dead Gorgeous. I think I put the video in on the last time I said it. This is a way that you can see exactly what you're doing. Anyway, Dan, these are my hand drawings. Dan is going to do it on the computer. I'm putting this on Ravelry for free, but before I do that, if any of you want to test this for me, just to make sure that the numbers work, that my grammar's okay, because y'all know I talk real good, and that the wording makes sense. I am totally up for some constructive criticism. Be nice, because you know I'm a hot mess, and I did use the correct your. Just saying. There's a t-shirt that says you had me at your usage of the, wait, now I'm messing it up. You had me at the proper use of your. And it was like YOU''RE. Anywho, so this is sort of an FO. I'm just waiting, like my part is done. I'm just going to wait for Dan to put this in the PDF. He'll draw that up in some engineering thing on his computer, and you know. He also helped me with the math because it wasn't working. There is also in the pattern a link. I don't know if it's mega or mega. It looks like Megan minus the N, but she's a viewer and she sent me an Excel spreadsheet, which is awesome. So for those of you who didn't want to do the worksheet, you could plug it in to the Excel spreadsheet whenever you needed to. And I did put that as a shareable Google document through my Gmail that you'll have access to when that comes. So if y'all are interested in kind of being the guinea pigs prior to me actually putting it onto Ravelry, let me know. Email contact@chevyrellstuff.com and I will send you the pattern and you can let me know what you think as far as the wording goes. Sound like a plan, man? If any of you are wondering what this yarn is, this is Starry Nights by Dragonfly Fibers. It is deep stash. I don't know if she still dyes it. And this is that Pure Michigan from Plucky that I made a sweater out of that I can't remember. It's in the Sweat of Weather video. We all wore it. It's the one, for those of you who haven't seen the sweater weather video, I'll put it up here. For you new viewers, if you haven't seen it, you totally need to go watch that video. You'll add some sweaters to your queue. A bunch of friends got together and we all tried on everyone's sweaters. And the one that I made, Peking, it came to me. But it's one of those sweaters that, like, I don't have any boobs and my friend Diana has boobs and she looks all like curvy and voluptuous in it and I look like not. I knit it out of this right here. Okay, on to my next FO. It is the Skull Cocoon Sweater by Caryn's Creations, and that is Caryn with a C. It'll be linked below. It is a $5.53-ish US dollars pattern. Not quite sure where it's from. Let me grab it and I will try it on for you. Real quick, this was supposed to be for my sister for Christmas and we didn't exchange gifts. So I'll give it to her for her birthday or whatever. My sister likes skulls. This was kind of a pain in the ass, only because the pattern wasn't written great. I have since heard from many of you that crocheted patterns oftentimes are not the easiest patterns to read or patterns that have the greatest tech editing done. I was a little miffed at this pattern. Oh, hold on, I can show you the pattern. I was a little miffed at this pattern because it was like, a paid for pattern and it was not worded in a way that my brain understood easily. Let's say that. It took some brain power and me drawing my own drawings because there was not a diagram in it. Okay. Here it is. Isn't it cute? So the last time y'all saw it, oh wait, hold on. Look, I messed it up. Look, that's a total goof on my part. And I think that I was like super far when I saw it. And I was like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Because I was thinking it'd be like down in here somewhere. Oh, hell no. It has to be right there for everyone to see it. Which is glaringly obvious to me, but a muggle would never notice. Okay, so this is crocheted in a square. And then you fold it in half like this. And you crochet up the sides and you add the sleeves. Yeah, you with me? Then you pick up around the edge and put on the border. I like it. I like it a lot. Would I crochet another one? No. I mean, if I was wearing it, like if I was keeping this for myself, I would absolutely love it. And the reason that I like it is because, thank you, Wendy, this yarn is amazing. The Hobby Lobby I Love Cotton, it is so soft. I really, really like it. Pleasantly surprised by it. This is not blocked. This is just how it draped. Oh, God, that pisses me off. Anyway, this is just how this drapes naturally. And I mean, I just really like it. Here's my little drawing because, I mean, I had to have it completely quiet and red to figure out how, yeah. So anyway, I probably won't make it again. It's easy now that I know. Like now that I know and I know that that worked and it was fine, like that's fine, yay. But I don't know. There's lots of other things that I want to knit and crochet. And I've told you guys before, I'm not really a huge fan of doing things more than once. And that's one of them. I mean, there are a select few things that I will knit more than once or crochet more than once, but not very many. But I am very, very pleased with that. Guess what's next?
Whips!
Swallowtail. Y'all remember the swallowtail, right? Right. I did bring it up last episode. I have worked on it a tad, just a tad. Who was it? Kathy, I think. Yes, Kathy, she mentioned in the comments for the sleeves and I agreed with her. I ran out of the mustard color and I talked about it on the last episode. Her pink in the, what's the word? Sample. Her pink, I'm using mustard. And then I also have a blue and mine's teal. And then it basically looks just like this, but I have a mustard color here. Well, I ran out of mustard. So Kathy, a viewer, I didn't really know what I was going to do with my sleeves, mentioned just following down with the teal. So that's what I'm doing. So here's mine. This is a shit show, isn't it? First off, you'd never know, but I did go, I'm hoping this blocks out. I did go up a needle size for the color work, like the pattern calls for, but it still acts like it wants to pull in a little bit. So I am going to go down on the sleeves, and then I'm going to, because see, it's supposed to look like this, and I'm just going to do it opposite. So I'm going to put the mustard color on the cuffs because I think I have enough mustard color left over for the cuffs. I hate it when this flips like that. So that's where I am. You guys, this yarn, Bente from Arctic Crafts dyed this yarn for me. You can't see it very there. Oh yeah, I guess you can. The cream color is the Grab Yo Drank colorway, but the light version. So it's lightly speckled. It's just a kiss of speckles in the cream, and it is amazing. This is not superwash yarn. This is, I do this every time, don't I? Hold on, I need the label. It's 100% soft merino, fine soft merino. Dude, I've not really noticed this, but they, the proverbial they, right, say that color work shows up better on non-superwash wool. I've not ever noticed that. What I can tell you, this sweater for non-superwash wool is so flippin' soft and squishy. Her base is amazing. I don't even know if she still has this base. You'll have to ask her. Of course, she's linked. I cannot wait to wear this. I cannot wait to wear this. This chart and this sleeve was basically all of season 2 of The Mandalorian, which was great, I have to say. So depending on what happens by the next episode, maybe I'll have a sweater. Maybe I'll have a finished sweater. I don't know. I know that I have other sweaters that I want to knit. So the other thing, I have like a skosh of spinning. And I will tell you, there's a group of us who are friends, and we did an exchange, like a Christmas holiday-ish exchange. Michelle got my name, and here's the funny thing. I talked about her at the beginning. She is local to me. I'll tell you more about what was in that package when I get to like gifts, but I'm going to show you, I did start spinning a little bit. This is what I'm spinning that Michelle sent me. I don't know what the fiber content is, but I can tell you that it came from Linden Lane Farms, which I couldn't find a website for, but she got it at Maryland Sheep and Wool. There's also this color. I'm spinning this color though. And I'm super psyched because I wish I knew what the fiber content was. It's not soft, but it's really nice fiber. This is so professional, isn't it? Here. I am long drawing it, and it has been so long since I've long drawn, and I love long drawing. It is so much fun. Oh my gosh, I'm falling apart. Look, guys, remember? I got me my boom. Okay. I'm kind of chilly. I'm going to wear it like this. My shoulders are kind of chilly. So I did a little bit of spinning, long draw. That will hopefully be done by the next time I record. And that is it for my whips. Now we are on to how many of y'all are participating in the New to You Mal 2021. I messed up the hashtag on the last episode, I think. I corrected it in the show notes, and I corrected it on Instagram. The hashtag is New to You 2021 MAL. I thought it was the New to You Mal 2021. I was wrong. What that is, there were some questions And Liz and Leanne are the hosts. There's a bunch of hosts. I'm already messing it. I'm messing it up again. The New to You Mal, it's the 3rd year for, and it starts on the 1st of January and goes until I believe it's February 14th. What it is you are supposed to do something that is new to you craft-wise that you've never done. There are a whole slew of hosts. They are all linked in the description box below. How this is going to work is you use the hashtag on Instagram. You can hashtag as much as you want. And I don't believe that you have to finish. The whole point is that you try something new. You don't have to be good at it. You don't have to finish it. But you do have to post pictures of something that you've never tried before, that you are just trying for the first time, that is new to you. And then you will be entered in to win prizes. When I say prizes, here's how the prizes are going to work. There are quite a few hosts. Each one of those hosts, a lot of them podcasters, I think most of them are podcasters. Those hosts will search that hashtag and pick their favorite. You might be making something cool. You might have chosen like a really cool technique that no one else has tried before. You might have made something awesome. You might have gone above and beyond, like, holy crap, that chick tried yada yada. I don't even know what to say. So every host picks their favorite, but then there is a grand prize, and that person gets the grand prize, which is a prize from every single host, as well as a few other people who have donated prizes just because they're cool. So the grand prize, is like crazy awesome. So you have the ability to win like a lot of prizes, one prize, a couple prize, like who knows? So just go out and try something new. Do the thing. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. If you aren't into learning something new this year, that's cool. I totally get it. But you should still go check out the hashtag on Instagram because it's basically filled with awesomeness. I am doing the Taroko sweater. I've never crocheted a sweater. That was the reason that I picked the Taroko sweater by Nomad Stitches. Her name is Sandra. I never know. It's like Joan and Joanne. You never know, right? Nomad Stitches. You guys, her patterns are awesome. Awesome. I have the yarn, which I showed you on the last podcast, but you have not seen them caked up. Here they are caked up. And these colors are in there as well. This is Magpie Knits Antique. Oh, Ditto's in here. Antique, Sangria, and Bering Sea. I'm so excited. Hello, little man. The mom is recording and your nails are loud. So I just thought my new to you for the Taroko sweater was that I was crocheting a sweater. Oh yeah, no. Right out of the gate, we're already doing a why can't I talk? Right out of the gate, we are already doing a crochet stitch. Why was that so hard to say? That I've never done before. It is called the Central Single Crochet, also known as the Waistcoat Crochet. What's up, babe? AKA. I like it. I told Dan if I didn't like this, I was going to have him drink it and I was going to drink one of the IPAs, but it is very good.
Okay. I'm going to try one.
Thanks, love you, bye. Couple things about this. I mentioned I was doing this on the last podcast. Viewer mentioned that Sandra, I should have paid attention in one of her videos to see how she said it. She has a YouTube channel linked below where she shows you how to do the waistcoat stitch, which, hello, here's what I've learned. I posted on Instagram this picture. For those of you who aren't on Instagram, which I highly suggest because it is like a rabbit hole of wonderfulness in the knitting /crochet/ fiber community. I posted this. I swatched for this sweater. My swatch was not easy to do. The waistcoat stitch is not hard, but tough on your hands if you're a tight crocheter, which I am. The hook, for example, in this picture, you push the hook through the stitch, the pointy part of the hook, rather than the head of the hook. Does that make sense at all? Here, this is the one I'm using. You use this part to push through. You push it through this way instead of this way. That probably doesn't make any sense. Go watch her video. She'll totally explain it to you. It was not an easy task. Just in the swatch, my finger hurt because what I was doing is I was putting this part through and doing this with my finger to like push it through, and then my finger was sore from doing that. Then I watched another video. I watched a few videos on the technique, and one of the gals said when you pushed it through and you pulled it up, you'll have 2 strands of yarn on your needle, like 2 hoops on your needle when you're doing a standard single crochet. Will you lift up and make the outside one, or the one closest to the hook, a little longer, and that allows you to insert the hook easier on the next round. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that. Well, then my swatch was dry and too tight. So I had to go up a hook size, which is this one. It's the larger hook called for a 5 mil, and I'm going up to a 5.5 mil. This is also for you OGs. I have a blanket that will probably be on this hook until the day I die, of just all my acrylic yarn that's left over from doing like commissions and things. And that's what this hook is for. It has a polymer clay handle that is just way easier on the hands. So it might have been a happy accident that the other hook was too tight, because I'm going to use this one. Now, I had asked in the comments about a pointier hook. Furls were suggested, which are a little salty, beautiful. Of course, I want one. I got on their website, and all the ones that I liked that were like, ooh, were sold out. So someday. My friend Wendy and a couple others mentioned Hobby Lobby having pointier hooks, as well as Susan Bates came up in discussion for a pointier hook. Tomorrow, I am going to Hobby Lobby and checking out that. So I'm going to get hooks as well as some polymer clay to redo some more handles like this, because I really do like them. I said that I did that swatch and it was too tight. Well, I started a swatch last night, and all I did was unravel my other swatch so that I could use the same yarn. And Dan and I were working, see, it's right here. Dan and I were working on the sock pattern, and I got sidetracked and ripped it out, and I'm going to redo it. Because what I've learned upon research, so I'm super glad that I watched the Nomad Stitches videos. Thank you to whoever shared that. Extremely helpful. Then I delved into a bunch of other videos and learned some other tips and tricks on the waistcoat. Then I started looking up crocheting color work, because that's not something that I've ever done before. And I thought that it was going to be easy, because, I have done crochet color work. Happy Hooker, Debbie Stoller. Let me get it. Hold on. I'm going to get it. Debbie Stoller, which you OGs know, I taught myself how to knit out of Debbie Stoller's Stitch and Bitch book. It was pre-YouTube, hand drawings. Love me some Debbie Stoller. I have all of her books. And she did a crochet version. She has hot pads, or what? Thank you. Dan just said thank you. Hot pads or pot holders. For some reason, my family calls them hot pad holders, which I don't know why. In this, she calls them skull holders. I mean, look how cute. I made them. I mean, look, they have food that it's just baked on there, you guys. This is clean. It's just, these are super, super old. Like, well, I'm not super old, not like Betty White old, but they're like over 10 years old. So I have this, and this is just like Red Heart acrylic. Look, this is burnt. That is from acrylic yarn melting. Look, it's melted. That is melted acrylic Red Heart yarn. But I love them. They're double thickness, and I feel like this was color work. But when I was looking at the videos of crochet color work, at least with the waistcoat stitch, I don't remember doing that with that. And I probably did this wrong, because you crocheters know it's something like you only finish half the stitch before you pick up. Like if you're doing a single crochet, you don't do the whole single crochet in that color. You only do half of it and then pull through the next color, which probably makes sense to some of you, and others of you are probably like, what the hell is she talking about? Because I had no idea until I watched the video. And then I was like, what? There's going to be a learning curve there. Then I find the Ocean State Yarn Cast podcast, which they're called a yarn cast, and that is Rachel and Coral. You should watch them. I like them a lot. I am now subscribed. But Rachel is a crocheter and Coral is the knitter, but I think they both do. I think they do. I know Rachel knits too. I don't know if Coral crochets too. Rachel, the crocheter, did the Taroko. I watched all the episodes where she did it. She had to rip it out like 3 times. There were some fails there, and I forget, like one of the hook sizes was wrong, and then she, like when she first did it, it was way too big for her, so she ripped it out, and then she did the neck and was like, well, it's a little big, but she'd already ripped it out. So she's like, I'm just going to keep going. And then her finished sweater, it was one of those where like she could fold the neck over, and she's like, I'm just leaving it. Like I should have ripped it out again, but I was so sick of ripping it out that yada, yada. So now I'm like terrified of this pattern. Where'd it go? What'd I do with it? Right here. So now I'm like terrified of this pattern. So I messaged Rachel and was like, hey, I watched all the episodes that you talked about crocheting this sweater, which, mind you, she had, I'll try and find it. She had this awesome sweater. I'll put a picture of her in it. And now I can't remember what the name of it is. I'll put it there too. She was wearing it in one of the episodes that she was talking about the Taroko. And I was like, dude, I like that sweater too. So I messaged her and she told me what it was. I said any tips or tricks on this I would be like gratefully appreciative of, right? And she said, make sure your gauge is on point, and it wouldn't hurt to practice the color work before actually starting the project, the sweater. I am going to do that now that I'm going up this hook. I am going to knit, excuse me, we do that all the time, don't we? I am going to crochet a color work swatch for this sweater. So you guys, new to you all day long, never crocheted a sweater. I've never done a waistcoat stitch. I'm learning all sorts of stuff. This is exactly what the New to You Mal is all about. I look super forward to seeing what you guys come up with. I do need to search that hashtag. I haven't done it in a little while to see what's happening. Do it as many times as you want. Like anytime you post a picture of your New to You project, put that hashtag on it so that we can all follow and watch how it's coming along for you. Also, go check out the girls over at Ocean State Yarn Cast. Coral is a Buckeye. She doesn't live there now, but she did. She's from there, born and bred. Actually, that's a lie. I don't know that she was born and bred there, but she is from Ohio. Okay, happy mail, happy mail. This is the rest of the package from Michelle. I already showed you the fiber. Then she got me a Malicious Woman candle. This is a female-owned business. This box is super cool, and this came in it, which it's lit. 2020, very bad, would not recommend. It says World War III, pandemics, politics, memes, alcohol, and tears. 48-hour burn time, cotton wick, 100% organic soy. And it is the Malicious Women Co.com. Highly recommended. It smells wonderful. You know, sometimes you get candles and you light them, you're like, I can't even smell that. This you can totally smell. Like the one Aaron got me. Hold on. Like the one Aaron got me from Farmhouse Natural Soy. Maybe it's a soy thing. Oh my God. Elderberry and currant, hand poured. Do y'all remember when Aaron got me this? This is a great one as well. But these smell, maybe it's a soy thing. Do soy candles, I don't know, you guys tell me. Do soy candles smell more than other candles? This is honeysuckle, is the scent of it. That makes me feel a little bad for honeysuckle. Oh, I get it. Honeysuckle. Ow, for 2020. I was going to say, like, damn, throw honeysuckle under the bus. Being how 2020 sucks. But that makes sense now. Okay. I missed it. Actually, I might have noticed that when I opened it, and maybe I was drinking. Okay, so that was in there. And then she got me 2 skeins of yarn. This is the Witch Club on acoustic sock, 80% merino, 20% nylon, 400 yards, Knitty and Color. I mean, these are my colors. I'm super psyched. Love. Then this one, Yarn Cafe Creations, also witchy, the Blair Witch Project. And I've had some Yarn Cafe Creations. Y'all remember I have my, was it Arizona colorway? I knit my pavement with it. It's purple. I haven't worn my pavement in a minute. I need to bust that out. But very witchy, the Blair Witch. I have to tell you guys.
Story time.
When I was in college, the Blair Witch was in the theater. My friend Kelly and I went on opening night, and it was before anyone knew that it was fake. These college kids went out to do this film project and yada, yada, blah, blah. And I mean, we were scared shitless. We slept together that night in like the same dorm room. We had separate dorm rooms. We were big pussies and had a slumber party because we were scaredy cats of the Blair Witch. Which is so funny because I grew up in the country and here we are in the city. Like we're in the city at night in the dorm and I'm scared of the Blair Witch, which is like country in the woods. It was so dumb. So the Blair Witch holds a special place in my heart because I don't get duped very often. Scary movies don't scare me. You know, I was young and dumb and believed the rhetoric. Okay, the last thing that she sent. Wee Ones. She is Wee Ones Creations on Instagram. Well, I'm assuming that's dumb. They, I don't know. They are Wee Ones Creations on Instagram. And it says, Little Companions for Life. Wait until you see this cuteness. I'm going to try and edit to make this a little more seamless. I'm like, we'll see, right? So these are progress keepers and stitch markers. First, we have an armadillo, or armadillo. Maybe it's an armadillo. Look how stinking cute that is. Oh my God, it even has the little lines. Oh, that little face. Then we have the coyote. Look at his eyes. Isn't he so cute? You guys, he even has little toes. Look at his little toes. Then we have a mouse. Who ate my cheese? Look at the little mouse. Look at his little tail. It looks like Loris, but I think it's a lorry, isn't it? A slow lorry. Look how cute. Oh my God, he's so cute. Then we have the last two are my favorite. The last two are my favorite. I don't even know how to decide. A bat. I follow bats on Instagram. I love them. I know some people are so scared of them, but I love them. He has a nose like a fruit bat. And then the last one, because you know, honey badgers don't give a shit. Look at him. He's so cute. And he kind of has a stripe like me. It's my badger stripe. I've been calling it a skunk stripe. It's a badger stripe. I love him. Look at his little face. So that is what my swap package from Michelle, well, it wasn't really a swap. It was like an exchange. And that's what I got in Michelle's package. And it was so much fun. And I love them. I mean, the honey bat, the bat. Oh my God. I love it so much. Speaking of animals, remember the One More Day Foundation, Johanna, here's one of their bags. All the proceeds, they're linked below. All the proceeds go to help animals. For you new viewers, I talked about this a couple episodes ago. This organization, Fospices,
Hospices, is that a word?
This organization will put into homes older dogs who don't have a lot of time left and take care of their final days. So they could be living with their foster parents, but hospice, right? For 2 months or a year. They don't know, but it's toward the end. And rather than them having to be alone in a shelter, they are actually loved and in someone's home. All of the money when you purchase these bags from the One More Day Foundation goes to their Fospice pets. And these animals, these dogs mainly, I think they've done a couple cats, but they are loved in a home until the end. And the organization pays for them to say goodbye in the home. A vet comes to the home. You know, it's not in a sterile shelter environment. It's an awesome, awesome organization. Johanna reached out to me, sent me this bag. The viewers went and purchased bags, and it was amazing and so supportive. And Johanna sent me, because she knows I read tarot, a tarot deck of animals. Medicine cards, the discovery of power through the ways of animals. And I thought that it would be fun. Do any of you get Ipsy? You get one of these pouches filled with samples of makeup-y type things. I've gotten it for a long time, and the little pouches make excellent tarot card holders. So I thought it would be fun to draw a card for us. What do you think? So you draw a daily card, and it just sort of gives you some guidance. So if you're not into this, you don't have to listen. You can fast forward till I'm done. But I thought that we could draw a card and look at this book. It comes with a hardback book. And I just thought that for those of you who are interested, we could, especially in this world that we're living in today, maybe this will be some words of wisdom for our day. And it doesn't have to be for this day. It can be for the day that you are watching this episode. I am going to shuffle until I have the desire to not anymore. And we are going to draw the card, and we got the buffalo. That is so cool. So let's see what it says about the buffalo. And it has a picture of the card in the book and a little poem, and then it tells you, and I'm just going to read it. And you, I mean, if you're not interested, that's fine. Some of you might be. I know I am. Buffalo, you bring us the gifts of life. Hear our prayers, smoke rising like phoenix. We are reborn within the sacred words. In the Lakota tradition, it was the white buffalo calf woman who brought the sacred pipe to the people and taught them to pray. The bowl of the pipe was the receptacle that held tobacco and herb with male and female medicine. The stem of the pipe represented the male entering the female and seeding life. In the coming together of male and female, the connection to the divine energy of the Great Spirit was made. As the pipe was loaded with tobacco, every family in nature was asked to enter into the pipe and share its medicine as prayer and praise to the heavens. The smoke was considered to be a visual prayer and was very sacred and cleansing. All animals are sacred, but in many traditions, white buffalo is the most sacred. The appearance of white buffalo is a sign that prayers are being heard, that the sacred pipe is being honored, and that the promises of prophecy are being fulfilled. White buffalo signals a time of abundance and plenty. Buffalo was the major source of sustenance for the Plains Indians. It gave meat for food, hides for clothing, warm and soft buffalo robes for long winters, and hooves for glue. The medicine of buffalo is prayer, gratitude, and praise for that which has been received. Buffalo medicine is also knowing that abundance is present when all relations are honored and sacred, and when gratitude is expressed to every living part of creation. Because of its desire to give the gifts that its body provided, and because of its willingness to be used on earth for the highest good before entering the hunting grounds of spirit, buffalo did not readily stampede and run from hunters. To use buffalo medicine is to smoke the pipe in a sacred manner and give praise for the richness of life to be shared with all races, all creatures, all nations, and all life. It means smoking for others so that their needs are met, praying for the good of all things in harmony, and accepting the great mystery as part of that harmony. If you have drawn the buffalo card, you may be asked to use your energy in prayer. You may also be called upon to be an instrument of someone else's answer to a prayer. This could portend a time of recognizing and sacredness of every walk of life, albeit different from your own. To honor another's pathway, even if it brings you sadness, is a part of the message that buffalo brings. This may be a time of reconnection to the meaning of life and the value of peace. Most assuredly, this time will bring serenity amidst chaos if you pray in earnest for enlightenment and the power of calmness, and give praise for the gifts you already have. Buffalo medicine is a sign that you achieve nothing without the aid of the Great Spirit, and that you must be humble enough to ask for that assistance and then be grateful for what you receive, which is very fitting for what is happening in our world, at least in my opinion. So I hope that you found that interesting. Thank you, Johanna, for this gift. I love pulling these cards. Animals hold a very special place in my heart, as well as my family's hearts. And this is a very powerful deck, if any of you are also interested in this sort of thing. Okay, Wendy, remember when I went and visited Wendy and I got to meet Billy? Remember? She sent Dan and I a little something for Christmas that she made. Be you. It's that scrubby stuff. And she knows me all too well. Can you read it? Fuck. WTF. I love these baubles. And shit. Thank you, Wendy. I've not let Dan use these because I wanted to save them for recording. So these are dish rags or dish cloths, depending on who you ask. Then I just got this today. Charlotte, who won a giveaway, she lives in Denmark, sent me a package because she won the giveaway. Silly girl. Her note is on this postcard. Look how cute that is. In typical Chevas fashion, I made a mess. This is goodies from Denmark, you guys. Licorice milk chocolate with licorice powder. Yeah, well, I think that it does taste like licorice. I just licked it. See, I thought it was cinnamon. I pulled it out of the package and the bag was broke and I had this powder stuff all over the place. I wish I could have videoed it so you could see it. But I'm going to try one of these. I don't know what it is. I mean, I know there's licorice milk chocolate. Interesting. So the middle is like gummy and then the outside is chocolate. But it's not heavy licorice. Those are good. Yum. Then she sent me, and look, she even wrote English on there for me, pomegranate tea. And then she sent me this, which I have not opened yet. I tried to read the letter, which she has beautiful handwriting, and it didn't really make any sense because I hadn't opened this. So I'm going to open this, and then we'll read the letter, and maybe this will make more sense. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, there's a little wooden sheep. Oh my gosh, these are adorable. There's a hedgehog and a music note, and look at that little pink lemonade. That little lemonade is darling. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, hold on. This is coming back to me. Oh my God, look how cute. Look how cute those are. Like you want to eat them. Stitch markers. And then these are these things again. And this is an owl, a frog, and a little puppy. Then it's Frk.Frost. Here's a little stitch marker, and it says Frk.Frost on there as well. Oh, there's two of those. There's another one. Then there's these things, which doesn't that look like a fun licorice candy? It is not though. Let me read you what these are. This does make more sense now. It says, I don't know if you know the stitch thread. We use it instead of waste yarn or wires for resting stitches. You put it on the tip of your needle and transfer the stitches onto the thread, tie a knot, or let them hang. Oh, okay. So they're hollow. When you need to work the stitches again, you put the thread on the tip of your needle and transfer them back onto the needles. It's so quick and easy that I thought you couldn't live without. I'm excited to try them. There's a whole bunch of them. That's so much fun. Okay. I know you're not familiar with the row counters. That's the Frk.Frost. And then it says Pernille, Pernille. It changed my knitting life. So when you have to count rows, when you decrease/increase, make cables, colorwork, stripes, and so on, you put your row counter on your needle as a stitch marker, starting with the first ring, letting the jewel hang down in the end. Let's get one of these bad boys out. Okay, so you'd put it on here, right? And let this hang, or wait, or is it this jewel that you let hang? Starting with the first ring, letting the jewel hang. So starting with the first ring. Then every time you pass the row counter, you shift to the next ring.
That's a genius.
Okay, you shift to the next ring until you reach the jewel, and it's time to do your increases, cables, or whatever you're using it for. I got Pernille to make you a different ring. Okay, so she sent different ring counts. She picked the little, Ovs, hedgehog, right? She picked the jewels. So if you have to decrease every 4 rows, you grab the 4 ring row counter. So then you don't need paper and pen and tallies and yada yada. Oh, that's great. I can use that on my Swallowtail because I'm on the sleeve decreases. Thank you so much, Charlotte. That is awesome. Pernille, it's Pernille, must be the name of the gal who is Frk.Frost. Got it. She is a nurse and does this as a small business on the side, and she calls them knitting candy. She invented these row counters 6 years ago and calls them, this is in Danish, Strikkefisk. 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 I don't know how to speak Danish, so some of those letters might not make those sounds. But that's the word. She said it's knitting fish in English. She sells her stuff from her Facebook site where you can leave a comment on a picture and then she contacts you in Messenger. So I will find her Facebook site and link it below if you guys want to go check those out. I love that. What a genius idea. I'm excited to try them. Okay, I have two last things that's sort of like housekeeping. Do you remember my 2020 pin that just said Andy's mom? Okay, I did want to say the only Andy that I know is Andy the knittress, but I wasn't positive that it was her mom. It was her mom. So thank you so much, Andy's mom. I believe her name's Amber. Am I making that up? But she's the one who got me the 2020, which how fitting. And it lives, of course, on my tapestry. Did you guys see Carrie's new episode, The Creative Obsession? She made one of these. Then the last thing is a correction. I can't remember what I called it. Hi, Bubba's. I can't remember what I called it, but these stitch markers, do you remember, or excuse me, progress keepers from the last episode with these really cool rings? That is Krafting Kaila. I said that I was going to link it below in the show notes. I mean, I've never seen any closures like that before. I love them. I said I was going to link it if I could find her Etsy shop, and I couldn't find her Etsy shop. And then her mom commented, and she commented on the last episode, but commented that I had it wrong. I think I said the name wrong. It is Krafting Kaila. Her Etsy shop will be linked below. I hope that you guys have an awesome 2021. It's starting out rocky, but I have to say it really does not surprise me. At this point, we're just rolling with the punches, right? At least that's how I'm looking at everything. So grab your drink, cheers your people, look on the bright side. If you're still here, like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that heavy horse shit. We'll catch you on the flip side. Later.